Hi JD here, just a quickie before the end of the day. If you own a business, then you probably would be wanting to fill the slow periods. And I had a client on the phone this afternoon, business owner, and he just said to me, look, can we fill Mondays and Tuesdays for his particular business? He's in the hospitality game. And I'm not saying you wouldn't have a shot at doing that, but what I am saying is that going duck shooting in the duck season makes a lot of sense. You will sell a lot more cricket bats in the cricket season than you will in the winter. And you'll sell a lot more footballs and football jumpers in the winter than you will in the summer. I know as my kids were growing up, and they're adults now, but as soon as the grand final for the football was finished, they got out the cricket bat. But you could not give them a cricket bat during the football season. And I call it go duck shooting in the duck season. And I'll never forget, Garrett, can you remember me telling you the story about Woolworths? And they had me in the boardroom on one occasion, and they said, look, we want you to fix January.
Yeah.
And I said to them, okay, I will give January a shot at fixing it, but how big a jump is there in Christmas time than there is in January? They said, oh, well, you know, if we make 100 million at Christmas time, January would only be 30 million. And I said, okay, if we spend a lot of time and increase January by 50%, what would that be? And they said 15 million. I said, well, if we spent the same amount of time and effort on increasing Christmas trade in December, 100 million, what would 50% increase be there? 50 million. Guess what they told me to do?
Go duck shooting in the duck season.
Go duck shooting in the duck season. So my view is that if you are going to be wanting to increase your business, I'm not saying for a moment that you don't think about still increasing the low periods, but you know, you might want to concentrate on when people are willing to spend money with you. You know, the reason that this came to mind is because we had a client contact us today and say, look, can you fix the bad times for us? And I'm not saying we're not going to have a shot at that, but you know what?
That's when you need a bit of wow, I suppose, too, extra wow in the slow time. So why worry about that when you can make double that?
And thank you, Gail, for your contribution. I really appreciate that. And yes, it's just good, isn't it, when you get contribution from Gail. But yeah, look, the thing is that why do you want to push water uphill? I'm not saying for a moment, again, that you wouldn't look at, you know, doing whatever you can to fix the low season, but it's a hell of a lot easier to get an increase when people are willing to spend money. So, for example, you know, if you're selling air conditioners and you're on the Gold Coast where winter is a very short season, when do you think you'd probably sell? I'm going to ask you, Gail, when do you think you sell most of the air conditioners?
Obviously in the summer, they'd be getting ready for summer because that's we get a lot more months.
Okay, and you know what I'm going to give Gail for that? I've got a bit of a tissue paper here. I'm going to give that to you. Congratulations. I don't know what's on there. It was a notes that I took at a meeting today. Yeah, anyway, so therefore, Gail's won a prize just simply by answering that very simple question. You can go and spend that now. I thought I had a $5 note in my pocket and I didn't. Anyway, so therefore, yeah, look, we're going into, look, this is the salubrious life we lead. We're going into the Currumbin, what is it, Gail?
RSL.
The Currumbin RSL. This is what my life's come to. This is what my life has come to. I'm going into the Currumbin RSL, and Gail, I guess we'll be spending money on poker machines, will we? I go to Vegas and not put a cent in the poker machines, by the way. Yeah.
They do a good meal.
They do a good meal, yeah. Now, we've just been doing a lot of video today at a video studio that we frequent pretty close to Currumbin. And now we're going into, let's have a look, Gail. This is where we're going. We're going into the Currumbin RSL. And I think we're going to play bingo, a bit of keno, probably put $5 in the pokies.
Yes.
Yes, okay, and we'll have, I think we might have the roast beef. Yeah.
I'm going for the pork.
See what my life has turned into? Tragic. Anyway, over and out, guys. This finger is going to say goodbye to you. Here it goes.